everyone, welcome back to my studio. We're going to try another wreath project. I had this beautiful butterfly that I found a while back, and I've got some other little butterflies here and a lot of lovely little pastel flowers. This is a great spring summer wreath with all the beautiful butterflies. I got some purple stems here. I've got ribbons in pink, pale blue, and purple. Then I've got some white duct tape for the bottom with some beautiful gold shiny tulle that's going to go as the base. And we're sort of ready to start this project. Now I've got my glue gun off to the side and my handy silicone brush to help keep me from burning my little fingers. I'm going to pause you for a minute. This is called my dry run. And this is so I see, do I have enough flowers cut? Do I like the way I have it arranged? I like to do that first so I see, do I like what I'm doing? Do I like how it looks? Do I want to change the flowers? Do I want to change something else before I start gluing down? It's a really good habit to get into. So I'm going to pause you. I'm going to pull all this stuff off to the sides, make sure my glue gun is ready to go, and we'll be back. Okay, so the first step is we're going to cover our wreath with our duct tape. I'm using a white duct tape this time because that's going to show nicely through our gold tulle. I don't want to really add another color in. And we're just going to wrap it loosely around. Now you want it, tighten up. It's not hanging, but you don't want to pull it tight enough at any point in time that it is going to warp your frame. You don't want it to squeeze your frame out of shape. And I'll be back once I get all the way around. And once you get all the way around to the back and it's covered 100%, then all you're going to do is cut it off. And maybe smooth it down just a little. Don't need to go to any great lengths here because you're just using it as a covering, and if it's wrinkled, it's really not going to show. Now, let's see. So we're going to get our tool ready. Look at that beautiful tool. I like that. Now, how much tool do you need? You might be able to make it in one. You may take 2 rolls depending on how much you want to overlap it, and you'll see what I mean. So we're going to turn it upside down to get started and make sure we've got our tool the right side up and prepped. And we're going to put our glue. Let's see if our hot glue is ready here. Yep. And again, you want that silicone brush, people. Do not try and press this tool, especially tool, because it is much thinner than deco mesh and you can easily fry your little fingers when you try and push it down into the glue. So protect your fingers. Use a tool, help you push that into the glue. Let it sit just a second so you know it's really well stuck, and then you're ready to start your wrapping. I always go one full wrap around the beginning spot before I start moving sideways. And again, whether you make this far apart or close together depends on how much you want the pattern to show or not show. I think this one is doing pretty good with just a loose wrap. I want sort of the pattern to not be all covered up by it being over itself too much. So we're just going around and around. This goes a lot faster than the duct tape. And I have, if I play with this a little, I can make it all in one roll. And I don't have to open a second roll up. And once you're all the way around, again, you're going to put your glue on the back here. pull this over, set it down in there. Let that sit for a sec before you try and cut. Be careful when you're cutting. If you get too close to that glue, you're going to have fun cleaning your scissors because that glue will get right into your scissors. So we're just going to cut that excess off. We have a nice clean back. All right. And I got it all done in one roll. Now, I could have wrapped that a lot tighter so that it was more gold and less white showing. But I sort of like the way that looks. That's really pretty. Now, and also, remember, only a very small portion of this is going to actually show. The rest is going to be under your flowers. And don't lose track of where that ending spot was, because you're going to want that to be sort of the bottom of your wreath. And once that's dry enough, that's not too sticky, we're ready to flip it over and start putting some stuff down on here. I am going to do all the gluing and then we'll do the bow while we let the glue dry. Now, like I said, you do want to know where you started, where you stopped, because you want that gluey section to be sort of the bottom and your hanger up here where there's not so much. All right, now for this, I usually like to work from here down to the centerpiece, other than knowing how much room I need for my centerpiece. So if I know that that's how much room this is gonna, then I'll know as I'm working towards this, not to get too close. So I can sort of judge how many squares here I need to leave, you know, without flowers. So like 5 squares worth, I want to try and avoid. It's lovely having a mat with, you know, squares to help you. All right, so we're going to start up here with these long pieces and then work our way with the flowers down. glue in a few places where I see it probably needs a little support. And then I'm going to work on the bow. So I'm going to pause you for a second and we'll be back. Okay, while the wreath is over there setting up, we're going to cut our ribbon. So I've got 3 different ribbons here. And this time I remembered to make sure my mat was turned the right way to make this easy on me, because my lines are right here, and my numbers. So we're cutting at 18 inches. And we're going to cut 3 of each color. Okay, once we've got it all cut, line it up by color here to make it a little easier. Write it down. We're going to take one color at a time. Now you want to put the top side down. That's especially important if you have something with a design on one side. So put your good side down. Then for this one I want pretty short tails. So we're going to fold from the top down to the 13 line on our 18 inch, and then we're going to pinch at 12. And right in the fingers. And we're going to alternate the colors as we go. So good side down, lay it out, fold it over to the 13, pinch at 12. Okay, and then once we have this done, I'm going to grab our handy dandy pipe cleaner, twisty stick, and we're going to twist that really tight. I want to get this as tight as possible so it holds this all together. Get that really well. Don't forget you need these ends. And now, again, I didn't pre-dovetail so fold and dovetail all your ends. Okay, I think that's good to go. All right, now we're going to attach this to our wreath and fluff it out. We will be all done. So I'm going to bring you back so we can work on the wreath. Okay, now we're going to fluff this bow out some more when we're done. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to attach the bow onto our wreath. And don't worry that you can see this twisty right now, because we're going to do some stuff that's going to make that hide when we manipulate and fluff our bow. So we want to twist this a whole lot. Get this really well twisted together here, all the way up this end. And trim it up a little. And push that down in there so it's sort of stuck to the main base. And we're going to glue this, and then we're going to let this sit a minute and let this glue dry a bit. And then we'll be ready to fluff this bow out. I hope I was good about, yeah, that is pretty centered. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, so I flipped it back over because it's pretty much dry. I'm going to go with the tails last. So the first thing I want to do is, because I want to make sure I'm covering up this center part, is I'm going to start pulling these bows. And this is why you want wired ribbon, so you can make those bows look the way you want them to look. Give them a big shape, puff them out, pull them around to where you want them, and give yourself a nice big poofy looking bow. All right, I'm going to put the hanger on this, and I'll give you the final results. Okay, we've got our hanger on it up top. So we've got our nice poofy bow, and our sparkles, and our butterflies, and our florals. I think it's really looking awesome. Nice summery looking spring summer wreath. Something great to have on your door all summer long. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos. Now, this is part of Friday with Friends, so please check all the links in the description box. And I hope you're all having a wonderful beginning of summer.